Folks, we're getting ready to have probably one of the most candid conversations that we've ever had here on After Prison Show. It is always my hope with everything that we do here that we keep it absolutely 1,000 with everything that we do. And as I say all of that, Remy, I want to thank you for your willingness to share your story with what your life has been like and with what's going on with you coming home from prison.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do that.
You know, we've been working with you for about a week now. And what's that experience been like for you?
It's been positive. It's been informative. It's nice to know that there's a support system out there for people that are in our position coming out of prison, to know that there are resources available and there's actually people that care.
And it's only my hope to see that you do the absolute best out here. And in the short amount of time that we've been working with you, you've definitely been taking the initiative to do what you need to do.
Yeah. I'm trying, man. I'm just trying to keep my head clean and stay out of trouble. Easier said than done.
Funny choice of words you just used right there. But again, this is going to be a very crazy video. Remy, there's something that I want to talk with you about that we've never really addressed here on After Prison Show. And I think it's something that a lot of people are going to find interest in and also probably even a little bit of sympathy. And that is, you know, with coming home from prison, there's so many things that you want to experience first coming home. You want to eat that good food.
Yeah, you can say that.
You want to see your family. You want to get back to life. But one thing that we never really talk about here is what that first time getting some personal time with a lady is like.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure with you coming home, that was something that was pretty high on the agenda in terms of things you wanted to do.
It was. Very much so.
And with it being early in the following week, it's early in the second week that we've been working with you, it would just be this past weekend where you actually got a chance to dive into the vajayjay.
Yeah, face first. Quite literally.
People always ask, what is that first experience like? And folks, we're about to dissect that to the absolute nitty-gritty and probably in a way that you could not ever imagine. What I like to refer to what we're getting ready to talk about is what that first time after prison is like and when it goes wrong. Remy, let's talk about your past weekend. I mean, you had a pretty eventful little time.
Yeah, I had a great eventful time, man. 2 different girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a stud.
Well, you know, one's my baby mama. I already had it planned out to get back up with her anyway. But before I did that, I had to get a little bit of revenge for myself.
Okay, because things had happened.
Things happen when you're down, okay? You have no control over that. I get that, all right? But I still feel like I needed to be vindicated.
Which isn't exactly always the greatest feeling to have, but you know,
No.
This is the way that you were feeling, and this is what you would do. You would end up being with another chick. You would end up being with 2 different chicks this weekend.
Yeah, first girl I got with, she was all right, man. You know, she's not a bad chick.
She was just all right.
I mean, she wasn't no dime piece, but she was all right. You know, she's a good person, good personality, you know, nice, funny. But, yeah, she,
Hold on. I don't know if we should like really just jump right into this, but I honestly don't know how to exactly jump right into this, but you know, I guess just continue with what happened this weekend.
Well, look, I mean, everybody knows the rule of the game, man. You give it the old scratch and sniff before you go doing anything. You know what I mean? You don't want to go jumping into something that smells like the fish market down at the ocean front.
Okay, I can understand that.
And that's one of my things, man, is I like doing that.
Diving in head first without.
I like to dive in head first.
Okay.
It's one of my things. So I'm with this chick, and you know we're doing our thing. I give it the old scratches. It's all fine. It looks fine. You know there ain't nothing funny about it. So I figured, what the hell, I'm going to go for it. So I go for it. We do our thing, and we part ways. And the next day, man, my tongue's killing me. And
Hold on, your mouth is hurting.
Oh yeah.
Explain the feeling that's going on inside of your mouth.
You ever bit your tongue real bad?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it feels like. it feels like you bit your tongue real bad and it's bleeding, and it's just bleeding out. So I don't think nothing of it. I think, okay, maybe I just bit my tongue. Well, following the day after that, my tongue's starting to swell up, cut open on the outsides of it. It's starting to bleed, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I go to my baby mama, who I'm with at the time. I'm like, look, we need to talk. And I explained the situation to her, and she's like, well, starts looking it up on the internet, putting symptoms in on the internet. And it comes back as a yeast infection in the mouth. It's called thrush. I'm going to tell you what. I don't know whether to be embarrassed or whether to feel like a complete piece of junk, because I had to go to my baby mama with this and tell her, hey, this is what I did, and this is what happened.
And what was her reaction to this?
Oh, she was mad. She already knew about it, but she didn't know that I got burnt.
This is where the sympathy comes in. Imagine coming home from prison. You've been locked up for a long time. You want to eat the Burger King. You want to eat the Chick-fil-A, the Wendy's, the Arby's roast beef melt, looking like a roast beef sandwich. And then you get burnt in the process of this. And you've been dealing with this. It's Tuesday now, and you've been dealing with this pretty much all weekend.
Since Thursday.
Since Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What, with the fact that you realized that it was from the first and not the second woman, would you try to confront or talk with this first woman about the situation?
I've tried. She won't talk to me.
Have you mentioned, have you sent her a text message? Hey, what my tongue is?
Facebook, text messages.
And as much as this is a crazy, horrible situation, this man has a freaking yeast infection in his mouth. Okay, I never even heard about this before today. When he told me what happened to him this past weekend, and I asked him if he would be willing to share this story, and you know, he is. This is so messed up, man. I mean, this is messed up on so many levels.
It is.
Your mouth is in probably a lot of pain right now.
Yeah. I haven't eaten solid food in 4 days. I've been drinking protein shakes, muscle milk, whatever I can get my hands on that's got, vitamins and minerals and stuff in it. But just eating food is horrible right now.
Have you talked with your father at all about the situation?
Yeah.
So what is the game plan? Because obviously you probably need to go to a doctor.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow.
I mean, it's a messed up situation. And with the fact that your baby's mom was looking up the symptoms for this, what did it say about how to get rid of it?
There's over-the-counter stuff that I've went to the store and picked up. It helps, but I just started using it, so I don't know if it's working or not. I'm going to continue to try using it, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to the doctor.
I can't, and I apologize for laughing about this. I should not be laughing about this.
Hey, it's good, man. I have to laugh about it.
This is super sad. People ask, what's it like that first time coming home? And Remy, let me ask you, because you're a perfect example of what that first time could be like. Tell me what your first time coming home was like.
This time, man, it was horrible.
Do you take anything away from this situation? Like, did you learn anything? Was there any good that came from this?
I learned to stick with what I know.
Oh my God, man. And it's a sad situation that this girl hasn't talked to you again, but you got to be careful. Because when you come home, you are quick to want to just jump back into that part of life.
Yeah.
And if you're not careful, and if you dive in head first sometimes, that situation could
potentially turn out very bad.
I'm very sorry to hear that you've had this experience. I mean, this is horrible. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. And, hopefully you are able to get this situation resolved and cured.
Yeah.
And, I want to know what's going on with you tomorrow in relation to this. I'm going to be in contact with you.
All right.
And if you need any help with trying to get antibiotics or anything like that, let me know, because I can't possibly, all day long, Remy's been with us today. We went and did the orientation with the temp service. We went and did the moped thing. And all day long, you've been in intense pain, and this has been taking place since last Thursday.
Yeah. Yep, very much so.
You know, I would like to ask, and I don't know if this is even right to do, because, you know, when I first heard about this, a yeast infection in the mouth, like, what the hell is that? You know, would you show us, like, what's going on with the tongue?
Yeah. I mean, you want to see it or you want them to see it?
Oh, I want them to see it. I've already seen it. I know it's messed up, but, and I don't mean that in a funny way. It's a sad situation. Would you be willing to show us?
Yeah, sure.
Cody, if you could get a shot of this right here. I mean, this is when coming home and diving in head first goes wrong. And I guess those on the side of your tongue are what, like blisters or something?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Do it again.
Oh. And it probably hurts to just even be moving the tongue.
Yeah. It's swollen in the back.
And forgive my ignorance, but maybe this is something you should possibly try. You know, when you get an ulcer in your mouth, they tell you to gargle salt water. Have you tried?
Yeah, I've tried the salt water. It burns.
So that's not going to work at all.
It puts me in more pain.
You know, if you could say something to anybody, I guess we'll wrap it up with this. I don't want to make this super long, but I'd like to just speak to the viewers I don't know, something that came from this situation. You know, how you're feeling, how you're planning on dealing with the situation. If you could say anything, you know what, forget everything else I said. If you could say anything to that chick right now, I want you to look at this camera and just pretend that that's her. And just, you know, get it off your chest.
For real, you fucking burned me? After all that shit, you're gonna burn me and then ignore me? All right, bet. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh my God. Folks, I don't know how you could possibly enjoy this video, but this was, again, as real as it gets. And again, Remy, thank you for taking the time to share this with
problem,
us.
Joe.
Thank you for your willingness to do so. I know we laughed and giggled through this, but this really isn't a funny situation.
No,
when you
it's
think
not.
Not for you, it's not, because, I mean, it's painful.
Yeah.
And tomorrow when you go to the doctor, keep me posted on what's going on with that situation. If you do need to go to the doctor, I want to just know that you're getting the medication that you need. And if there's anything I can do to help you in that regard, I definitely want to be able to do that, because you got to get beyond this and do so in a hurry.
All right. I will keep you informed, trust me.